So what's going on, guys? My name is Noel. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another video. We're going to be taking a look at the greatest character development ever. Now, what makes a character so great is the development throughout the story. Character development, duh. And it's always nice to see, especially when we have the one hated villain that everyone despises, and they kind of have a change of heart and go through character development and become essentially the greatest character to ever exist. There are a few that we could name, and everyone knows, Anakin Skywalker. I mean, he slaughtered younglings, but you know, he brought balance to the Force. He's a good person. Debatable. Then you got, certain characters like this young man right here, Prince Zuko, and other characters that we all know and love. Where is he? Vegeta back there. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Greatest character development ever. Whew. Ready for it?
Character development is an essential part to a great story. Only the best of the best. The top shelf stories have extremely well-written characters.
Oh God, Walter White.
I'll be talking about some of the greatest character development I've seen in my life. Ultimately, I'm gonna talk about the best written character in existence. I gotta start off with the king himself.
Prince Vegeta.
He's not actually a king, Prince Vegeta. The first time we actually see Vegeta is in the Saiyan saga. He was an evil, prideful, selfish prince, and he was so cool. We didn't really know much about him. All we knew was that he was strong, and he didn't mind cutting off his BFFs. Salute to Goku, a 5-year-old, and an obese samurai. His ego definitely took a hit. An experience like that will humble you. Humble you so much that in the next arc, the Frieza saga, Vegeta was actually working with our heroes. Do not get it twisted though. He was still doing ungodly things on Namek. He killed soldiers, massacred Namekians, killed Kui. Actually, that's not that bad. Eventually, Vegeta and our heroes fight Frieza. And if y'all thought Earth was humbling for Vegeta, man, Vegeta
he got spanked.
Vegeta eventually dies on Namek and comes back, and the next time we see him is in the Cell saga. And this saga was a big deal for Vegeta. He got stronger. Him and Bulma were officially a thing, and he met his son twice. And although he was a terrible father to him, Vegeta really loved him. But after Cell is defeated and Goku is dead, Vegeta decides he will fight no more. After 7 years of no Goku and peace on Earth, things are gonna change a bit. And as y'all can see, Vegeta is conforming to human life. He's pretty much an Earthling now. I mean, what could go wrong? Imagine Vegeta is a representation of Vegeta's past. He doesn't care about anything except fighting Goku. Because no matter how much time passes, that first fight he lost on Earth still stuck with him. And although Vegeta was back on his evil stuff, he had changed too much already. He was a family man, a family guy. And in a final attempt to stop Majin Buu, he gives his son a hug and sacrifices himself for humans.
I don't care what anybody says.
Same people he did not care about.
I don't care what anybody says. Vegeta's final atonement, the final explosion, should have fucking ended Majin Buu. That would have been the perfect send-off for Vegeta. But he's still the greatest in my eyes. I love Vegeta. He's my favorite in the whole Dragon Ball Z series by far. Love Goku, but goddamn, man, the way Super's doing him, he's a fucking idiot.
Few years ago. That, ladies and gentlemen, is character development. I'm not even gonna mention the fact that he admitted that Goku was better than him. That is truly art. Then Dragon Ball Super came out. Vegeta went from bad to good. But what about someone who went from good to a monster?
Oh God, yeah, this man.
I love this man.
Yeah, this show is great, man.
Walter White has one of the craziest character arcs in history. His transformation is night and day. And it was a gradual growth too. That's what I love about it so much. First half of season 1, chemistry teacher Walter. He was a weak man. He worked 2 jobs and he never stood up for himself. Boom, he's diagnosed with cancer. So he decides, hey, if I'm gonna die, I might as well make some money while I'm at it. He starts cooking meth. Maybe killed some people along the way, but it's no biggie. Heisenberg is born. Season 2, Walter and Jessie are officially in the game now.
I gotta watch this show again, man. This is fantastic.
But Tuco not acting too nice, so now we gotta kill him. Walter and Jessie officially start running things by themselves. Getting that money, getting that dough. Trouble in paradise. Walter's wife, Skylar, is a little suspicious of his actions, which eventually leads her to cheating on him. How does that even make sense. But we got some good news. Walter's cancer is getting better. But wait. Walter is not too happy about it. You see, it wasn't according to plan. He was supposed to sell drugs and then just die. Now that the cancer is getting better, it brings up the question, why would he need to keep selling drugs? Is it for him or is it for his family? So now things are a little complicated. We meet Jesse's girlfriend, Jane. She'll be important later. Walter meets Gustavo. Just imagine Colonel Sanders, but instead of selling chicken and fries, he sells chicken and methamphetamine. So Walter wants to work with him to make some more of that guap. You know what I mean? Sadly to no avail. But good news, Walter eventually gets an opportunity to work with Gustavo because I guess he wanted a piece of that blue crystal. But then Walter is put in a bit of a pickle. You see, he only has 1 hour to deliver the product. But at the same time, his daughter's about to be born. Now, Walter, I know it's a lot of money. Walter eventually goes to see Jesse because they've been having a rocky relationship this season. And he just wants to talk to him. But what he doesn't know is that Jane and Jesse right now are high. They were using the lead. And when Walter walks in there, pause the music real quick. This is messed up. Walter officially becomes a bad person here. And not like a bad person like, oh, he's so bad that he's cool. No, he's not cool at all. This is vile. So when Walter gets in there, he sees Jesse and Jane knocked out pretty much because they're so hot. And boom, out of nowhere, Jane starts choking on her own vomit because she overdosed. And when I was first watching this, I was like, Walter, help her. That's Jesse's girl. Help her. Walter just sits there and watches her die. I can't even put into words how messed up this is. This dude had the audacity to cry after too, like he was watching like the freaking intro of Up or something. And the only reason he did this is because he thought Jane wasn't good for Jesse. But instead of putting his hand on Jesse's shoulder and saying, hey, Jesse, maybe you shouldn't be with her. No, he'd rather just let his girlfriend die. To me, this is when Walter became irredeemable.
Yeah, he was doing some wild shit, man.
He can feed the homeless, donate millions, give me a lifetime supply of Chick-fil-A. Almost nothing will get me to forgive this man. Now, if he threw in some of that blue crisp. And to make things worse, if you look at it, Walter low-key, high-key killed her. And not because he let her die, but he literally was the reason she got moved on her back. It's just sad, man. You know? Season 3, baby, back to making that money. Walter finally tells Skyler that he's dealing drugs, which
look at her face
didn't go so well. We meet Jesse's new girlfriend, and she has a kid.
Oh boy.
He'll be important later. Walter's brother-in-law, Hank, starts tracking down this man called Heisenberg. You know who he's talking about. Like I said earlier, Walter is officially working for Gustavo. But Gustavo doesn't like how uncontrollable Walter is. So he thinks the only way to deal with him is to get him deleted. Walter kills more people, and to deal with the Gustavo issue, he sends Jesse to go kill their other cook. Boom, season 4. Damn. Now that Jesse murdered an innocent man, Gustavo should have no reason to want to kill Walter anymore. I lied. Gustavo plans on making Jesse his new cook and getting rid of Walter. And Walter's counterplay to this is literally to poison a kid. Yup. And not just any kid, but Jesse's girlfriend's son. Yep, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
He was tweaking, man.
It's worse. Jesse eventually goes to Walter's house to end his life. But then Walter, you can hate him, but he's a genius. Walter pretty much convinces Jesse that Gus poisoned the kid, but blamed it on Walt in order to get Jesse to kill him. But in reality, Walter was the one who poisoned the kid. And he's manipulating Jesse to think Gus manipulated him into killing Walter. You know what I mean? Season 4 ends with Walter killing Gus by bombing a nursing home. And I imagine his ego is through the roof after he manipulated Jesse that crazy and just killed his boss. And I'm stopping on season 4 because I haven't watched season 5. I actually spoiled myself while doing research for this video. So please, no spoilers. But I imagine it can't get any worse than what Walter did in season 2, 3, and 4. At least I hope. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, you know I had to save the best for last. The best and my personal favorite character arc ever is Zuko's redemption. And
hey man, I always say this. If you haven't watched Avatar The Last Airbender, I honestly feel sorry for you. I really do, because this is one of the greatest shows ever written. And this character right here, fucking peak writing, man. That's why I got statues of this man. I got a fucking poster of him over there. Prince Zuko. The greatest, man. Ever. I don't give a fuck. Greatest character development ever.
Avatar The Last Airbender. This arc It's beautiful. When we first meet Zuko, he was an evil prince just like Vegeta was. And just like Vegeta, he was also the antagonist. He had the insane scar. He shot fire from his hands. And most importantly, look at the cut. You gotta be some sort of evil to do that to yourself. In the first part of the show, Zuko's whole objective was just to capture Aang. He was obsessed with it. Thought about it while he was eating, sleeping, and probably even when he was drinking. And at first, we didn't know why he wanted to capture Aang so bad. But eventually it's revealed to us that Zuko, he didn't have the best upbringing. He was raised in the Fire Nation.
No,
and his dad happens to be the
his
Fire
dad was a
Lord.
piece
And
of
one day
shit.
during a meeting, Zuko spoke out of turn. And while most parents would yell at their kid, put them on timeout, maybe even pull out the belt, nah, Fire Lord Ozai challenged his son to an Agni Kai, which in real life terms is trying to throw ones with your kid. Mind you, Zuko was like 13 years old. He wasn't like Azula who was crazy off the rip. He was a very peaceful, nice, calm kid. But Fire Lord Ozai does not play. He's voiced by the Joker. So he burned Zuko and told him the only way he could come back and restore his honor is if he captures the Avatar.
Can you imagine
his obsession?
Can you imagine how
pretty much the
Can you imagine how fucked up that really is? Because he spoke out of turn during a meeting. His father scarred him for life, challenged him to a fight when he was just a kid, challenged him to a fight, scarred him, and then banished him, which in our terms is kicked him out of the house and said, you can never come back unless you capture the Avatar and bring him back here or kill him. And that's the only way you're coming back over here. Other than that, you're done. You're not my son. Get the fuck out of here.
The entirety of book 1 just chasing after Aang, and even at the end of book 1, he almost froze to death just trying to kidnap him. But in book 2, things are a little different. We start seeing some change in Zuko's character. This is what I call his short hair era. So after him and Uncle Iroh are pretty much banished from the Fire Nation, they're forced to hide and pretty much live amongst the Earth Kingdom people, who by the way are the same people that the Fire Nation have been tormenting for years. And this experience changed Zuko's perspective. What he once saw as the great nation who was being generous to the rest of the world was really just an oppressor. Was chasing the Avatar really worth it? Episodes like the Blue Spirit, Zuko Alone, and Bitter Work really show us that Zuko could be a good person. And eventually when they arrive at the great city of Ba Sing Se, we see that Zuko and Iroh are pretty much regular civilians now. Even in the episode Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Oh god, no, man. This shit has me crying, dog.
A highly absorbent grain formula that quickly calls for powerful control.
Uncle Iroh.
We see that him and Uncle...
Hey, man, Uncle Iroh is literally the Uncle Phil of this show. Fucking just the perfect father figure. Like, for real.
Iroh have a tea shop, and Zuko almost got a girlfriend. At this point, Zuko and Iroh have a peaceful life in Ba Sing Se. Everything's going good until...
Oh, this
you see,
his
when
sister.
Azula shows up, Zuko is given a choice. Give up on everything he sought after. His father's love, his honor, or give up the peaceful life he had with Uncle Iroh. And this decision is so frustrating to watch. And Zuko sadly chose his honor. Betraying Uncle Iroh, joining his sister, and practically killing the Avatar. All that character development he did in book 2, out the window. It's like it never happened. But in book 3, that's when we see the guilt that Zuko truly feels after making that terrible decision. Shaggy Zuko. So now Zuko has everything he could have ever wanted. He's a prince, his dad respects him, he has all the honor back, but for some reason, he still wasn't satisfied. And this frustration is shown to us in the beach episode, which in my opinion is the best episode of Avatar ever. All of Zuko's frustration is brought to a boil this episode. And when him, Azula, Mai, and Ty Lee are on the beach, Zuko finally admits that he's not happy with the decision he made. And this all eventually leads to him realizing what his purpose is. He has to join the Avatar and help Aang defeat his father. And it all worked out in the end. He joined the Avatar gang. He made up with Uncle Iroh. He beat Azula and he became the Fire Lord. Round of applause. Come on. You can't tell me that wasn't beautiful. As y'all can see though, whether it's going from an evil prince to a family person, from a chemistry teacher to a meth kingpin, or from an evil prince again to a good person, character development is necessary in a story.
Yes,
it's what completes it. It makes it beautiful. No character development is like a pizza with no cheese. If you don't have the cheese, then how can you say you're complete? And moral of the story, thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. I cannot express to you guys how much this means to me. I'm grateful. I'm thankful.
It's a goal hopefully I reach one day.
I'm not gonna cry. I'll be honest, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm happy. I love you guys. Anything you guys want to do, you can do it. Just know that unless it's crimes against humanity, please don't do anything criminal. Thank you for 100,000 and thank you for watching.
Hey, hold on. I need to go back to Zuko. Wait. No, that was the perfect shot right there. Boom. This scene right here, when he confronts his father. Oh my God, man. It's just greatest show ever, man. Greatest show ever, man. It's so damn goated. And the funny thing about this show is that I gave up on it. When I first watched Avatar is when it first aired. And I think I was a teenager at this point, like barely a teen. And it just was so like childish. Like book 1 is very like kiddish, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Aang. He's still a kid trying to figure out his purpose as the Avatar. So, you know, he's just a little kid, so it's very childish. So, like, I gave up on it. But then, like, I forgot what episode. I think it was the library that caught my attention. And when he started flipping out, and they, because they took Appa, and he started flipping out, boy, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me give this show a chance and see what it's about. And I started watching it from the beginning. And they used to give, like, marathons of it, so I would catch up on it. And man, when I tell you, man, I still to this day, I have the DVD actually somewhere around here. I bought it. Oh, and the Last Agni Kai, the soundtrack to the Last Agni Kai, I have to like hear that in like a theater or something, because it is so profoundly beautiful. I've never heard something like it. Like, it's just, bro, the show is goated, man. You have, if you've never seen it, you have to watch it. Dragon Ball Z, another goated show. Vegeta's character development throughout the show is just another remarkable. Walter White, piece of shit. He was, but I mean, it's a great show though. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad, I got spoiled with it, so I never watched all the way through. I did watch majority of it, but I was spoiled with the end, so I just was like, I gave up on it. Because when I get spoiled with something, I can't watch it. I don't know, I'm weird. So, but what I did watch, man, that was a great show. Fantastic show, my God. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave comment, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Oh, and before I go, who's your favorite character with the craziest character development that you have ever seen in a movie, show, whatever? Leave it in the comments down below. Let me know. Mine's Prince Zuko, that man right there. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.